Hello everyone, my name's Kevin and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another My Thoughts On. It has been a while since I've done one of these. Now, I've planned on doing multiple of these within the past few months and just decided not to do them. Excuse me. For whatever reason. There's been a lot of issues that I've wanted to talk about, but then just decided not to. But this is something that needs to be talked about. If you guys do not know, there was a church attack very recently, actually like yesterday or the other day in Texas, and 26 people were killed. And of course, you always have the people that immediately go into, oh, we need better gun control and all this, and we need better gun laws and all this stuff. And it's like, oh, it's all the Republicans' fault. Well, first off, the guy who did the shooting was an Antifa member, which is the farthest thing away from a fucking Republican you could be. If you're an Antifa member and you decide to shoot people up just to try to blame Republicans, you're an asshole. So first off, yeah. I'm sorry guys. So this is the deadliest mass shooting in Texas history. Let's see. Let's keep going through. He got confronted by an armed resident who grabbed his rifle and engaged him. A short time later, the suspect was found dead in his vehicle at the county line, which is good. That's what he fucking deserves. He went into a church and killed 26 people. I'm guaranteeing right now that people are going to say that this dude deserved to die. This dude deserved to die. I'm waiting for the people who complain and say, this guy didn't deserve to die. He was a human just like us. Do you not value human life? That piece of shit started this. He didn't value human life when he went into a church and shot people. He killed 26 people, and people are still complaining that our gun laws are bad enough. He's a fucking criminal. Not just that, he's part of Antifa. If you think Antifa's still a good fucking cause after this, then you're a dumbass. You're a bigger dumbass than the fucking liberals. I'm gonna say that right fucking now. And yes, I'm using a lot of crass language because I hate it when people get shot like this. I hate it when this shit happens. I hate the fact that shootings like this still fucking happen in our day and age because people can't value a human life. They can't look at someone and think that they deserve to live as much as they do. This whole thing goes off of the stupid shit with Antifa's November 4th attack, which, from what I know of, nothing really happened besides this. The pastor's 14-year-old daughter was killed. 14 years old! A girl is dead at 14 years old because of a shooter. And everyone claims, oh, we need better gun laws. Like, dude, your gun laws ain't gonna do shit for a criminal. I can say that right fucking now. A gun law is not going to do shit to a criminal. They're not going to stop getting their guns because they already got them illegally anyway. Look at Prohibition. Let's go back to Prohibition. That worked so well, right? Oh, no, wait, it didn't. Speakeasies happened. Fucking, this is the reason the Daytona 500 is a thing, because people were driving from there up to the northern states delivering alcohol in the back of stock cars, which are what racing NASCAR really started with. There's a church member who's 34 years old by the name of Nick Ulig, I hope I didn't butcher his name, who wasn't at Sunday service and said his 8-month pregnant cousin and her in-laws were killed. Said they just gathered to bury their grandfather on Thursday. I just want to say to anyone who decides to try to say that we need better gun laws at this point in time, realize first that this is in no way something to do with gun laws. Look at Chicago. Some of the strictest gun laws, and yet there's still constant shootings because they're criminals. They're gangs shooting each other. A gun law is not going to stop a criminal from going to get a gun. It's going to stop citizens who deserve a way of being able to protect themselves from being able to go and get a gun legally to defend themselves and to defend their families. Is that what you want? Is that what the Democrats want? They want law-abiding citizens, excuse me, to have no way of going to defend themselves? Gunman's name is Devin Patrick Kelly. He previously served in the U.S. Air Force. An Air Force spokesperson confirmed to Fox News Kelly served at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico from 2010 until his discharge in 2014. He was court-martialed in 2012 for assaulting his wife and child. One sec. He received a bad conduct discharge from the Air Force in addition to confinement for 12 months and was reduced in rank. He worked as a security guard for Texas Water Park this past summer. 1 minute, guys. Sorry, I'm kind of editing today's Fallout 4 video together, so I'm naming it really quick. Let me pause. Okay, sorry about that. Investigators said that he did not appear to be connected to any organized terrorist groups because people still don't say that Antifa is a fucking terrorist group, even though there's the fact that they planned on starting a civil war and going with a shit ton of bloodshed on November 4th. How are they still not a fucking terrorist group? Come on, seriously. Police didn't name Kelly during a press conference, but only described him as a white male in his 20s. He was dressed in a black tactical gear and wearing a ballistic vest when he arrived. God damn it, I accidentally scrolled up. When he arrived at Valero gas station near the First Baptist Church around 11:20 a.m. Speaking at a news conference Sunday night, officials said he crossed the street to the church, left his vehicle, and began firing a Ruger AR assault-type rifle at the place of worship. Kelly was then suspected of entering the church and firing at the crowds of people. They're looking into recent Facebook posts made by him, one in particular that showed what appeared to be a semi-automatic weapon. He was married. His mother-in-law's P.O. box was listed as a mailing address in Sutherland Springs. One sec. I'm not going to Snopes. Snopes is bullshit. Alright, there we go. Confirmed ID, unconfirmed motive. Confirmed reports are beginning to circulate that the shooter is left-wing Antifa member by the name of Devin Patrick Kelly with military experience acting out on behalf of the previously promoted November 4th resistance via Antifa. Kelly is a former U.S. Air Force member who served from 2010 to 2014. He was dishonorably discharged and court-martialed in May 2014. CBS News has learned. Unconfirmed. According to eyewitnesses, Devin Kelly carried an Antifa flag and told the churchgoers this is a communist revolution before unloading on the congregation, reloading several times. Police did not immediately announce Kelly's motive in the mass shooting, but Mike Cernovich, a self-described American nationalist, posted about the motive shortly after news of it broke. Mass shooting at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, which has a largely white denomination. Cernovich wrote, Antifa terrorist attack, ? Cernovich pushed the same idea further Sunday, citing only photos. Photos of Texas shooters consistent with profile of Antifa member. Cernovich posted, this is looking more and more like Antifa terror. Alex Jones, who devoted his entire Saturday to doing live coverage on his web show InfoWars on the Second American Civil War that absolutely never happened, also pushed the idea that the shooter could somehow be an Antifa activist. Was this part of the Antifa revolution against Christians and conservatives or an ISIS op? Jones tweeted Sunday afternoon to promote his show live from the church. From Twitter, let's be clear, the Antifa Texas shooter's guy the left openly endorses as good people fighting white supremacy. This is where we are. The Texas church shooting will be out of the news cycle a lot quicker than the Charleston one because MSM only cares about demonizing whites. If Texas shooters white, MSM would have already reported it. Now they're probably editing his skin color to make him look more white. When you bet against the odds but still need to con people until the next scam. Devin Kelly was a soldier of hashtag CNN. Hashtag CNN is ISIS. Hashtag Sutherland. Facts from Texas Elio and FBI press conference. Largest mass shooting in state history. Governor Greg Abbott. 26 dead plus shooter equals total 27. 23 inside the church, 2 outside, 1 hospital death. 11:20 a.m. Suspect was dressed in all black tactical gear and ballistic vest, weapon, Ruger AR-type rifle, commonly known as a Bushmaster. Eyewitness, neighbor engaged shooter with his own rifle, possibly hit shooter in the neck. Shooter dropped weapon and fled in vehicle. Citizen pursued suspect in vehicle. Police arrived, vehicle, shooter dead. Ages of 26, victim 5 years old. This man went in and shot people ranging from the age of 5 to the age of 72. 5 goddamn years old. How the fuck can you ever say you have a good reasoning for this? I don't care what your reasoning is for this. You killed a 5-year-old. Someone who is not even old enough to fucking say the word terrorism. Just wow. Wow. That's just terrible. I have cousins and nieces and nephews, well, not nieces and nephews, but basically like nieces and nephews, who are 5 years old, who are around that age. And that sickens me to think of them, to think of somebody shooting on a crowd that has kids that young in it. President Trump has spoken to Texas Governor Greg Abbott. CBS News, ABC News, and the Daily Beast are now reporting the shooting in the Southern Springs, Texas church shooting has been identified as Devin Patrick Kelly, 26. Kelly is dead following a short pursuit with police. A motive for the crime is not known. According to ABC, Kelly recently showed off an AR-15 style rifle on social media. I will flip this around really quick so you guys can see what it looks like. Hope you guys can see that enough. If not, you guys can always go look up exactly what this is. He also said that she's a bad bitch on the picture. Devin Patrick Kelly has been identified as a gunman who killed at least 24 people at Church of Texas. Resident of New Braunfels, a suburb of San Antonio, according to public records. On now deleted Facebook account, Kelly displayed an assault rifle. Kelly was married, and Kelly's mother-in-law, so blah blah blah. Okay. Trump said, "May God be with the people of Southern Springs, Texas. The FBI and law enforcement are on the scene. I am monitoring the situation from Japan." Trump also did say that that this was because of mental issues, which it most likely was. It takes a pretty fucked up individual to beat his wife and kid. Just gonna say that now. Obviously, my thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected by the shooting. I know how much this must hurt for them. This is something that it's sickening to see happen in our country. So yeah, I just want to say though, the fact that this dude is... I hate the fact that people say we need better gun control laws, because most of the time you see a mass shooting like this happen, it's in an area where the gun control laws are very, very strict. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of people are doing these things because of Trump, and it's people trying to say that Trump's people look bad, but it's like these are people doing these attacks not on behalf of Trump, but because they want to take down Trump. Antifa, their whole motive is to take down Trump, and they wanted bloodshed in the Civil War, a second Civil War. Like, come on. You can't claim Republicans are the bad guys when it's the left-wing people doing this shit. And I want to go to a point of a page I like. If you guys have ever heard of Text from Superheroes, which I'm assuming a lot of you actually have. I'm assuming a lot of people have heard of Text from Superheroes. It's a very popular thing. Okay. So here's one of the big things that I've noticed. They've taken a lot of shots at Trump, which you got to think about this. Yes, I get it fits into the character basis for some of these people, but it's like, God, come on, man. You guys can stop taking shots at these types of people, because guess what? These are some of your fans. So here we go. So this is one of their more recent ones after Thor Ragnarok came out. Between Captain America and Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. It was a rough year in space, but Thor and I are back. So what changed while we were gone? Cap's response: the team imploded in the Civil War. Most of us are fugitives except for Tony and his child soldier. A Wakandan king was murdered. Bucky tried to kill us, lost his armors, and Carl sleep again. And Doctor Strange proved magic and the devil is real. Bruce responds: wow, that's a rough year, but I'm sure we can recover. And Cap says, and Donald Trump is president. And Bruce's response: I'm just going to go back to space. Cap, that's a good call. Trying to find another one that they did from it a long time ago between Bucky and Cap, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it fast enough. It's very far down from what I remember. But basically, the fact of the matter is like, dude, you guys have fans who voted for Trump. Like, stop alienating them. Like, yes, we get that this is what they would fit into. But the fact of the matter is that it doesn't matter. Like, obviously, Bruce Banner's actual actor, Mark Ruffalo, is actually against Trump. He and his fellow castmates actually said that if Hillary won, they would put Mark Ruffalo in a nude scene. Like, who the fuck wants that? Like, why? Why is that going to make me want to vote for Hillary? Also, trying to sway somebody to vote somewhere else if you're not like an actual campaigner is technically illegal. But the fact of the matter is that it's like, come on, guys, just stop. The fact of the matter is, people are trying to blame Trump for all this. It's like, this has nothing to do with Trump. The issue is alt-left fucking wackadoos thinking that Trump is so bad that he's gonna do all this bad shit, and he's actually trying to do better. They're shooting, and these people are just deciding to shoot people up and do this kind of shit, and it's sickening. And I'm tired of seeing it. This has nothing to do with gun control. This has to do with people being insane, okay? It takes a sick person to do this kind of shit. It has nothing to do with gun laws. Gun laws aren't going to fix this, okay? They're not. Criminals are still going to find a way to guns, just like they found a way to alcohol back in the 1920s, okay? Criminals find ways to get illegal shit all the time. That's why they're criminals. Like, what are you going to do? It's how it is, okay? And it's sickening to see this kind of stuff, and I hate the fact that this still goes on in our country, that this still goes on in the world, that people are still losing their lives like this. And I think the faster people realize that it's not really about gun control, and it's about stopping this before it happens. That's what it's about. But people don't realize that, and that's the issue I have, is people don't realize that this is about stopping it before it happens and not really about trying to prevent it in the first place like that, because it's not going to happen. Having a gun control law doesn't mean a criminal's not going to get a gun. It means that you've made it harder for law-abiding citizens to get weapons. But let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Thoughts and prayers obviously go out to everyone affected. This is a sickening thing to happen, like always, and it's terrible. I hope that these families can recover. Because it's hard. It's got to be hard to go through this kind of stuff. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay golden. Peace.